We're expecting some showers in Calgary, not snow showers, rain showers, and I think people will appreciate that.
Yes, and maybe even a thunderstorm if you're lucky, but it's looking to be a bit of a slight chance right now. But the setup is potentially there. We're seeing clouds move in right now over the city after a really nice clear day out there where we reached a high of 12 degrees earlier this afternoon. Sitting at 11 right now. We'll continue a nice warming trend throughout the week here. We're seeing those temperatures remain in the low teens on your Capital Chef 3-day forecast here, but there is that potential right around 5:30 tomorrow evening for some showers, maybe a rain-snow mix, and some thunderstorms in some areas east of Calgary.
A little bit hazy out there, Gina. Gina joining us now. You had your shades. That might have impacted a few people who had their eyes to the sky today.
Is you were able to get a pretty good view of that partial solar eclipse, but I can't see anything with these on right now. Guess I'll hold on to them for 2044. A little bit of breeze coming in right now from a somewhat northerly direction, so definitely a bit of a bite in the air at this moment, but it was a gorgeous day out there. We hit a high of 12 degrees. As we look ahead to the evening here, 0 in the next hour or so, down to -1 overnight, but we pick up to 11 degrees tomorrow with a chance of some showers later in the day. We'll have those details coming up.
CTV News Calgary.
Gina back with us now as we get a look at our 5-day forecast. Gina.
Yeah, we had a nice clear start to our day, starting to see those clouds track in, though. And then behind those clouds, low pressure system bringing instability that will carry over the mountains into Calgary and south of the city as well. By the time we get later into Tuesday, we'll get more into that in just a moment. But from a temperature standpoint, above normal, we got up to a high of 12 in Calgary today, seeing nice double-digit temperatures throughout much of the province, even up in Fort McMurray, 16 degrees today, being one of the hot spots here in Alberta. As we look at those temperatures right now throughout the south part of the province here, still 10 degrees in Calgary and Lethbridge, 12 in Milk River, 15 in Brooks. The central part of the province, nice and warm as well. And these temperatures are really going to continue for a good stretch of time here, probably up until about Sunday, before we start to see a bit of a disturbance move back in. But tomorrow, 11 degrees for Calgary, 14 for Lethbridge and Brooks, and 15 over in Medicine Hat. Now, places east of Calgary tomorrow might have the slight potential of a thunderstorm, the first of the season, and it's all due to our upper air setup. We saw in that earlier model that precipitation tracking in, and as we look at that upper air setup, we got low pressure over in the Pacific area and then down tracking to eastern Canada. By the time we get into tomorrow, start to see a trough develop. It will be brief, but it could pack a punch of precipitation here in Calgary, and again, the chance for some non-severe thunderstorms the more east you go in the province. But we see that nice ridge of high pressure reestablish on Wednesday, and it holds steady, this blocking pattern, well throughout the weekend here. So lots of warm weather on the way, but keep in mind, probably around 5:30 tomorrow, we have the potential here in Calgary to see some widespread showers. Banff is in a similar boat, but more to the south in Lethbridge. Might be more of a delayed start, but you still expect to see a good amount of rain, probably around 5-6 o'clock in the evening. Double-digit temperatures, though, continuing for the next 5 days here. 10 for Wednesday and climbing from there up to 18 degrees, Tara, for Saturday.
Thank you, Gina.
We're sitting at around 10 right now, but there's definitely a bite to the air as we see some active weather start to push in. We'll see most of the activity from that system by about this time tomorrow. But as it stands right now, 10 degrees out there, and those clouds starting to drift over the city, and they'll continue to linger for a good amount of time here, definitely throughout your Tuesday, but then more clear conditions as we get by midweek. But there's that system I'm talking about there. We also have a system to the east of us as well, so we're kind of sandwiched in between two of them today. Gave us a bit of safety, some nice clear conditions in the afternoon, great viewing for that partial solar eclipse, but now we're going to see the activity start to move in. So keep an eye on the timestamp here, because this is the system making its activity right now in BC. Lots of snow and a mix of rain closer to the coast there. We're going to push into Calgary and southern Alberta here. This is where we're going to see our active weather by around 5:30 Tuesday, right when you're driving home. We are going to see the potential for maybe some snow. It's pretty warm, so likely will fall as rain. But then we see scattered storm storm cells to the east of us, Duchess, and areas along the Trans-Canada might see the first thunderstorm of the season. And then a little later in the evening, Lethbridge and areas more to the extreme south might get a bit of the action as well. A very short-lived system. High pressure starts to move back in by Wednesday, and we got a beautiful looking start to your Wednesday morning there. Maybe some on and off cloud, that's about it. But this system, though short-lived, could pack a punch. We could get up to 8 centimeters of precipitation, probably in the form of rain. But again, this is showing this model here in the form of snow. And that Cochrane area could get up to 13, slightly at that higher elevation. So the next 3 days, it'll be that active weather on Tuesday and then climbing on the temperature front Wednesday and Thursday with on and off clouds. The most active weather you might see after Tuesday is some breezy conditions with that sun cloud combination. The 7-day trend by Capital Chev here showing temperatures well above normal throughout the rest of this week. We could see our transition back into some cooler weather by next Monday.
Thank you, Gina. 32